What is good, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So there is a huge announcement for the Nintendo Switch version of NBA Playgrounds that will be shared this Thursday. So big news was teased for the Nintendo Switch version of NBA Playgrounds toward the end of last week. It was thought that the announcement would be made as early as Saturday, but nothing came of it. Now, the official Twitter account for NBA Playgrounds has since confirmed that the huge announcement is planned for Thursday. A brief mention reads, Nintendo Switch players, we're going to have a huge announcement on Thursday for you as a thank you for your patience. Stay tuned. So the one thing that I'm a little upset with when it comes to NBA Playgrounds and the developers is that they said the online play was going to be released a few days later after the game released. Now, that was May 9th, I think that game was released, and we haven't gotten online play to this point. So it's been pretty much the whole month here going into the next month, and yeah, there's no online play for the game. Now, they do have a huge announcement. I'm pretty sure that's going to be online play as far as the date being announced, or possibly even online play coming that day. In addition to the online play announcement, as far as when we get that, I think there's also going to be more players added, some fine-tunements to the game itself. The load times are quite long on the Nintendo Switch. Some of the graphics need to be spruced up when it comes to portable mode, so I'm thinking that they're going to release a patch and detail that. They've already been updating the PC and PS4 versions of the game, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get some of those updates as well. Let's just hope that the online comes in a timely fashion, because they did kind of lie to us when they said that the online play was going to be available a few days after launch. That was not correct, or at least they should have said we hope to get it out a few days after launch, not it's going to be out a few days after launch. If you weren't sure, then you shouldn't have said it in the first place. You should have made that a pretense that, hey, this could be out, but hey, it could take us a little bit longer, because they wanted people to buy the game as quick as possible. So that was a little sketch on their end, but that's okay. If they could make it up to us by making sure that the online play comes down in a timely fashion from the announcement on Thursday, plus some new additions to the game, free of charge of course, then it'll all be rectified and Nintendo Switch players can finally play against each other online. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Skill Shot mode will be playable in the ARMS Global Test Punch this week. So things will be changing up quite a bit for the ARMS Global Test Punch sessions this weekend. Now, it has just been announced that in addition to hoops replacing V-Ball, we will be getting a playable Skill Shot mini game, as you've seen in the trailer, to where you can kind of test punch and hit the different targets there, and that's really good. I think the ARMS Global Test Punch and the ARMS Direct really sold a lot of people on the game. We've been seeing ARMS shoot up the sales charts on Amazon.com as far as the best sellers. I think the last time I checked it was 5th or 4th place. So people are really going to get into this game. It's going to be really fun. Obviously, this type of game isn't for everyone. Some people talk about the motion controls, but there's button controls. Some people say if you use the button controls, that's not fair. You should be using motion controls. And I say, hey, who cares? Nintendo designed a motion controlled game that's really good. They also designed a game that can be played with buttons that's really good. That should be celebrated. There's online play, there's ranked matches, there's content in there. Let's celebrate the game instead of arguing about button controls versus motion controls. This is a great new IP from Nintendo, and we're taking away the focus from that, and I can't stand it when people do that. Let's keep the focus on how good the game is, the online play, the content, how everything works really smoothly. For the most part, I've only had like 1 or 2 games that have lagged, and that's probably because the other person has a horrible connection. So the netcode for this game is absolute butter. So I think that that should be celebrated, and it's pretty cool that they're going to be switching out some of the stuff. Now in hoops, you actually grab the person and try to dunk them into the basketball. So that's going to be interesting to play that. I played volleyball a lot. At first, I was having trouble with volleyball, but then I started not having trouble with volleyball, and it started to be pretty good for me. So I started winning a lot of my volleyball matches. So let me know what you guys think about this as far as the hoops versus volleyball. As far as the eye appeal, what do you think looks better at this point? You know, what do you think that you're going to like more? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, who's your favorite characters in the game? Nintendo revealed that Ninjara was the most popular character, followed by Min Min, and later Nintendo's going to reveal who won the most matches as far as the first sessions of Global Test Punches, but I'm guessing that it's Ribbon Girl because of her jumping. So let me know what you guys think about all of that. Comment section below. Moving on to the next article here. Monster Hunter Double Cross, the Nintendo Switch version, will be getting a limited edition. So there will be an Capcom limited edition of Monster Hunter Double Cross, Nintendo Switch version, containing the game, shoulder bag, creator's selection, soundtrack CD, 5 songs on there, production note, 32-page book plus a random acrylic dot mascot, 1 of 9, priced at 12,744 yen, which roughly translates out to $114.50. Capcom is also selling the normal version of the game, the special pack with the console bundle, which sold out in about 100 minutes, and the value set with the 3DS version, as well as a random acrylic dot mascot, and you can check out all the pictures here. So Capcom is obviously going to make bank off of this. They're pretty much capitalizing as much as they can, and that's okay. It's a capitalistic society, right? So they are doing all sorts of things in order to drive the price up. They know that there's a huge fan base that's going to love this, because why play on the 3DS? What is the reason? If you have a Nintendo Switch, or if you're looking to get a Nintendo Switch, why the heck are you going to want to play this on 3DS anymore? There's really going to be no reason to do it. You're going to get much better visuals, much smoother. You're going to be able to play it on the go. You're going to be able to play it in more play styles. You can play it with your Joy-Cons. You can have a real analog stick for camera controls. You can play it on your TV. It's going to be in 1080p. Everything's just going to be so much better and smoother, and they're taking full advantage of that with all of this special edition stuff, which I have no problem with. A lot of people eat this type of stuff up. I really do feel like this is a good idea. I think they're going to make a ton of money off of it. I do feel that this game, people were asking about if there's English text. No, there's not English text in the game. It'll only be in Japanese. Monster Hunter is text heavy, but you can get some help online if you're looking to import. Now, I do think that as far as the English version of this game, it's probably going to be coming at the end of this year or next year. That's what I would think as far as the translations go, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So let me know what you guys think about the Monster Hunter Double Cross Nintendo Switch version special edition and the bundles selling out and everything that's been going on with this game. Nintendo's crazy market cap. There's just been so much stuff. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the main topic here, I'm going to discuss something that a lot of people haven't talked about, and I discussed this just a little bit on my live stream the other day, and people were bringing up the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim, so the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, and people have been really up in arms about the whole, is it the special edition or is it the original edition from the Xbox 360 and PS3? As if it's going to be that old version. Of course it's not going to be that old version. I don't see why Bethesda would be releasing the oldest version of the game for a new console, but hey, let's just go ahead and get into this and why I think that this version of the game is not going to be the old version, nor is it going to be particularly the remastered version, which released on PS4 and Xbox One. Now the reason why I'm thinking this is because of two reasons. Now when they asked Todd Howard about this game as far as what are they going to be doing with Skyrim, he said, well, I can't say that it's going to be the special edition or it's going to be the original edition. I can't say. That right there raises the possibility that this is a special or custom edition for the Nintendo Switch, so therefore there's going to be new stuff added, or it's going to be finely tuned or optimized for the Nintendo Switch, because you have to remember the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of Skyrim, those are for those systems. The remastered version is very different from the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions in terms of the textures and the graphics and everything. Those were built for x86 PC and all that. I think the reason why that he can't say whether it's one or the other, because it's neither of those. I think it's going to be a fully optimized and customized version, not from the ground up, but for the Nintendo Switch. And that's why it's taken a little bit more time than you would think for just a normal port, right? Obviously, they probably could have had it out sooner if that was the case. Now, I do feel that they're going to add some special stuff to this one. So this is going to be Legend of Zelda potentially themed costumes or weapons, maybe from other Nintendo games as well, similar to what Tekken Tag Tournament 2 did on the Wii U back when that was launched in 2012. So I think it's going to be a custom edition of the game for the Nintendo Switch. They're going to add in some other content to it, and I think it's going to be fully optimized for portable play and console play. That's one thing that those other versions, you can't say that it is. So you can't just take that direct port and put it on the Nintendo Switch and say, oh, well, it's optimized for portable too. You have to optimize the game. You have to get it ready for both the play modes. So that's why he's saying it's not one or the other, because it really isn't one or the other. Obviously, there's NDAs going on, so Nintendo isn't going to let them say stuff, especially when there's still content probably being decided and worked into the game. I do feel that it has to be something different in order for people to actually buy it, and I'm probably guessing they're going to want somewhat of a premium price for it, at least minimum $49.99 for the game. So you can't sell a game that old as far as with no new content in there and say, okay, well, here you go, buy it for way more than the other versions. They're not going to do that. So I do feel that it is going to be a special edition for the Nintendo Switch. It's going to have custom stuff in there. It's going to have custom content in there as far as Nintendo from different Nintendo games. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people how good it looks on portable mode and in console mode, because it's something that they really need to make sure that they get right. As far as how much content is in there, it's going to be nice to be able to play it in portable mode lying down in bed. So let me know what you guys think about my theory. Of course, I could be dead wrong about it, but I'm just looking at everything, applying some common sense to it, and looking at some of the stuff that they've said in order to come to my conclusion. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description below. Give us a follow, like on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. We'll be giving away a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Guardian amiibo, and that is coming up really soon here, guys. You got a couple more days to sign up for Patreon to be entered in to win that. We also have prize tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, $10 eShop gift card giveaways with those, and so much more. Discord voice chat, a lot of cool stuff going on. So check out the Patreon page and support PE Arena and PE Live right here on PlayerEssence. So make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.